We'll have to get these substitutions, find out who's in.
Looks like we do have a different coach. I see Rick sitting down.
Oh, yeah, Willie's running the show. He's making the calls over there. That's great to see. And let's see here. We have Bo, Kyle Scott, Connor Swanson, Caleb Dearson, and Kendall in the game. We have adjusted our stat machine to add these guys. Last time they came in, last game, and they weren't in I was like, oh, no. So good to see some young blood coming in. I.M.S.A from downtown, nothing doing. Tip out, and Bo comes down with the rebound.
Well, Newark needs more players going into the tournament. Because
yeah. Good skip pass over to Caleb. He's bumped out of bounds. Yeah, they have to extend that bench a little bit.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to end up with a situation where you had everybody on the bench but 2 or 3 players.
Yeah. Kendall's got 2 threes already. Skip pass over to Caleb. Bo snags it. Kendall from downtown. Bam! That's 3. Right on cue, Kendall. Thank you so much. 76-27.
Ooh.
And Connor comes up with the steal.
I had that cliche.
Nice pass. Good layup. Good pass by Kyle. Bo Brown. He gets on the board.
I had that cliche wrong earlier. I said dribbling in the Buffalo Herd. It's roller skating in the Buffalo Herd.
Yes.
And that's what they were trying to, I.M.S.A was trying to do back then. They had too many people in there, and he was trying to do stuff that he couldn't get done with all the blue shirts.
Yep. Connor with another steal off of the block by Caleb. And he takes it coast to coast. No good. (78-27), 6:25 remaining here in the game. I didn't see if it was a running clock or not. We'll find out here in a second. He's on the line.
He's on the line.
Should be Norseman ball. Oh, and they called Newark ball, or I.M.S.A ball. No running clock, 6:18 remaining. And timeout, maybe called by Willie, I'm not sure.
No, I think they had timeout by I.M.S.A.
Okay. Willie has the capability of calling that timeout, apparently. Yeah, we'll be back in our normal location tomorrow night over at Newark High School. When WSPY comes and is serving our community, we take a back seat and go into the weight room while old band room for those of you listening. That's where we go when WSPY comes, the weight room now. But that's not our best view. Oh, we see Doc coming up here. Jerry Hollenbach. He's coming up by our studio up here. Doc's been to several games, scouting for us. We appreciate that. Saw Flanagan the other day. Pittsfield, I think, was here watching the game, Doc. What's that? Ridgeview? Yeah, Ridgeview. Yeah, they watched the first half. We were up 50. Were you here? Wisely, Doc gets here after half, so he doesn't have to pay the fee. That's just pure wisdom. I think Bo Brown just got a foul. That might be his first varsity foul in his career. He's trying to get 1,000 fouls. He's going to get in the 1,000 club somehow. Big Bo Brown, that's how I would announce him in junior high. Possible double dribble, no call. Bo, 15-footer, no good. And thought Connor came down with that.
Oh.
I.M.S.A must have tipped it out. 78-27, 5:44 remaining in the game. Kyle Scott from downtown. No good.
Ooh, got hacked, no call.
Schmitty gets it. Caleb with a rebound. Connor with a missed shot. Caleb with a missed shot. Big Bo Brown. Bam! (81-27). Off of I.M.S.A, Newark ball. .459 remaining here in the game. Hasn't been the most exciting game.
No,
Red.
not.
Schmitty from downtown, no good. Rebound, Kyle Scott. Throws it up, gets it. Who'd Schmitty come in for? Kendall?
Yes.
I missed that.
Steal by
Connor.
Oh.
And they foul him. He's got to get that ball up higher at the varsity level. You got to just keep it more contained to you, unless you have it out farther in front of you.
Even then, I don't believe he's that high, that tall to be able to.
Right. He'll be shooting 2 first free throws in his young varsity career.
And also have the upper body strength.
And Dylan gets Schmitty. Coach Will Clausel just going on a rotation over there. Cam's asking Coach if he can go in, Coach Clausel. Connor, second free throws up, and no good. Nice hustle play by Bo Brown.
Huh?
Turns it over. (84-29), 4:15 remaining. Dylan Patrick has it, drives over to Connor. Connor, nice drive underneath.
Good.
Bucket. (86-29). 14 points, Doc tells us, until we get to the century mark. We haven't done that yet this year. We could have done it several times, but just really slowed a lot of things down. This team, the team that's out there right now, I mean, they're going to run as fast as they can. I mean, they're gazelles.
Another reason I think maybe we haven't hit the century point is that I believe the coach is trying to get in some inexperienced guys, give them some experience.
You bet.
And that takes away from the scoring opportunities.
Classic play, screen the inbounder. Dylan misses the 3. I assume Newark ball. Yep, Newark ball. Like I said earlier, they've got to get updated uniforms in order to participate in the postseason, and I assume that that they will. Connor with a nice drive. Very explosive player. Has some great athleticism. We know he's working on a lot of the individual skills. Hopefully a lot over the summer.
Nice block.
Oh, Caleb. They called it with the body.
That's a cop-out.
Yep. You want to reward Caleb for that. If you look at Caleb's hands, I was talking to somebody. Caleb has the longest hands. He can palm a ball in each hand, arms spread, and for only being what, 6'1"?
Yeah, he's got big hands, big feet too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I assume he's going to grow some more, so we'd like to see that. Second free throw, no good. Push off. Caleb gets pushed. 88-29. The other day, the scoreboard showed 89 to 50, and the actual score was 90 to 50. There was just an error in the scoreboard situation, so we corrected that and made sure it was correct on multiple books, which it was. Timeout I.M.S.A. and Coach Will Claus will have a conversation. Rick is not standing at all. He's really allowing Willie to control things.
I don't think there's a whole lot of difference whether he's standing over there or standing out on the floor. I think he directs the players and puts them where they need to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they forget. Again, that's that floor general and his knowledge of the game.
Yeah, you love to see guys like that move on and, like your son, move on and coach. People who know the game so well and who have studied the game, continuously being students, and then have a passion to help young men and move forward in their own games. Now tell us your son's journey. He started as a Saluki player, then he became a Saluki coach.
Grad assistant.
So tell us all about it. Go walk us through his career.
He went from being a grad assistant. You can only be a grad assistant for 2 years, and you have to be taking graduate courses. And he was on that about a year and a half when an assistant coach got reassigned at Southern Illinois University. So he got the opportunity to move in to that position. And so then he had to, because of the time commitments, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He had to drop out of his courses, the coursework. And I think he was there, I want to say 13 years, but I'm not sure. But he left there when Chris Lowry was fired. He was one of the residual. When the boss leaves, all of his coaches leave, and he wasn't retained by Barry Henson. Barry Henson wanted to start with a clean slate.
Yep, a lot of them do.
Yeah, he wanted to bring in his own people.
Yep.
And so Bradley was.
That's just part of the business.
Right. So Bradley was without a job, and during the Final Four that year, Bruce Weber, who was the one who recruited him in his senior year, had just received the job, the head coach job at Kansas State University. And he asked Bradley to come down there and be his grad assistant. And he was there 1 year, and not a grad assistant, as the director of basketball operations.
Okay.
And he did that 1 year, but due to the NCAA's rules, they have huge volumes of the rules.
Oh yeah. You think IHSA has rules? NCAA probably doubles it, if not more.
If not more. And there were so many restrictions put on the basketball operations at that time. He said he wanted to get back on the floor, so he got a hold of Paul Lusk, who was the assistant coach under Matt Painter when Bradley was a senior. And so he went to Missouri State as an assistant coach. And he's still at Missouri State. So.
And he works hard, man. I mean,
it's unbelievable the amount of time. I see why these coaches get out of it, because it just, if it's his team to scout, I would guess somewhere between 40 to 60 hours a week just on that. You got 3 assistant coaches, and most of them do a rotating scout. But this year, he's what they call, they're trying something different. Coach Lusk trying something different at Missouri State this year. He went with a defensive coach, and so Bradley is in charge of all the defenses.
Wow.
So he virtually has to scout every game.
Wow.
So it puts a little additional pressure, which then it takes another coach, assistant coach, out of the rotation for scouting, which adds more to their workload also.
Yep. Wow, what a journey, but
he loves it.
You have to have a passion for it.
Oh, yeah, he loves it. He said, where else can you have a job that they pay you to sit in the bleachers and watch kids play basketball?
That's right.
Yeah. but he's on the road a lot. He doesn't get many weeks at home. They get a break after. That's it. So.
92-32. Norsemen win. 60-point win. I think that's the highest of the year so far.
I believe it is.
And maybe tied our score, but highest margin, 60 points. Doc Hollenbach took care of camera here at the end. We appreciate him sneaking up here. Red, it's been great, man. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I didn't add much, just talk.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's Red Korn, Brad Korn, Plano Superstars' father. And I assume Brad's a Hall of Famer there, and what have you. So we appreciate Red coming up and doing that. We'll go over stats here real quick. Thanks, Red, so much. Thanks, Doc.